Thanks Dalstrong for sponsoring this video. Today I'm gonna show you how I got schooled by a true taco master, as by the end of this video you're gonna see how wonderful these birria tacos actually are. To say that they were amazing is a complete understatement, but most importantly you will have the secret recipe, because this is the story of how I got schooled by a true Mexican master. So let's do it.
Hey.
Amigo! Oh my god, what do you have cooking on here?
This is short rib birria.
Ooh.
We're gonna have some tacos tonight. It's gonna be delicious.
Smells so good. You ready, Emilio?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Actually, that's the main reason why I came all the way here.
That's what good friends is all about. And of course, there's no good tacos without an incredible sauce. And for today, Oscar made 2 of them. Now, I did not get to see how he actually made it, but since we've been friends for such a long time, he gave me the full recipe. And as you can see, this green salsa looks amazing. The wonderful thing about it is that he let me try them by themselves. And here's what I thought of it.
Oh, that's so good. Super tasty.
Now the red salsa on the other hand, man, that one was something else. He did give me a warning before and he said it was quite spicy. And I should have listened.
Oh, tasty. Oh, spicy. Oh, spicy, Scott. Woo, he was not kidding, boy.
One of the most important things he was explaining to me was this. It is the fat that was removed from the consommé. It gives the birria taco its unique color and taste. And like a true Mexican, he said that the tortilla must be made with corn. Now the cheese, he's using a special Mexican cheese, so it could be replaced with mozzarella cheese. The next step is to go ahead and place that short rib right on top. Also, you don't want your heat to be too high, as once the meat has been placed on top, you want to fold them like a quesadilla, because now it's time to throw in the real magic. We're talking about that fat he just showed us. That is where all of the flavor is gonna come from, but most importantly also the color. And man, let me tell you something, I only wish you could smell this, because once the taco was ready,
I want to try that so bad right now.
it was time to serve up the consommé. I mean, take a look at this, it is heaven on earth. Just give me a big cup of this and I'll be happy, as now the only thing left to do is to eat it. To do that, the first thing you want to do is to dip it. And I mean, as I took my first bite, oh man, that right there is one of the top bites of my life. It was so good. I couldn't help myself but eat 4 of them.
I know how you feel. Believe me, I was there watching a couple of weeks ago. I feel your pain.
He's not joking when he says that, because now it's time for me to show you how it's made. Everything starts off with this, the marinade. It is where 90% of the flavor comes from. Now he mentioned that I must use a pesto and mortar. You don't want to use your food processor for this. As you can see, I'm crushing a bunch of garlic. Once I was done, this is what it looks like. Now you want to throw in some ginger paste. Pound it a little bit more and this is what you're left with. As the next thing to do is to put a little bit of oil on the pan and cook up some white onions. Stir them around until you get a little bit of color. As the next ingredient is this, tomatoes. You want one that is a little bit ripe, then go ahead and throw that into the mix. Let it cook for about 3 minutes, because the next things are all of the chilies, and we actually have a very good amount. The wonderful thing about all of these chilies is that you can find them online. For the chili, you want to warm up the flavors. To do that, just get a pan with a little bit of oil and fry them up. You want to slightly toast them but not burn. After about a minute of cooking them, throw them in with the tomatoes, followed by the ginger and paste garlic mix we just made. Then add a good amount of oregano, followed by cumin, black pepper, apple cider vinegar, and half a stick of cinnamon. Mix everything well and combine those ingredients. And most importantly, start rehydrating the chilies. Of course, don't forget to add a good amount of salt. Cook it under medium-high heat for about 5 minutes. Once the time is up, throw everything into the blender and blend it on high, because once you have done so, you should be left with this. Here's where all of that flavor from the birria is gonna come from. That is how to make the Birria Marinade, which is perfect to go along with our short ribs. Talking about that, these are the ones I'm going to be using for today's cook. As you can see, they have a good amount of meat on them, but they are also not lacking any amount of fat. Talking about that, it was so much that I decided to remove a little bit, as the next thing to do was to cut them in strips. This part is quite important. If you don't do this, you won't render the fat that well, because once I was done, take a look. That is a good amount of short rib right there. So I went ahead, went outside and turned on my gas stove. You are going to be needing a big pot for this. As you can see, I also poured all of the marinade right on top, followed by a good amount of water. As now the only thing left is to bring everything to a boil, because once you have done so, you want to cover it up and let it cook for 3 hours, or until it's completely tender. That was perfect because it allows me time to go ahead and show you how to make the green sauce. The first thing to do is to get a pan and coat it with olive oil. Throw in a bunch of tomatillos and toast them up. You want to cook them until they have a nice char just like this. That usually takes about 5 minutes. Then do the same thing with garlic and serrano pepper. All we're trying to do is to char them up a little bit. The creaminess of the sauce comes from this. You guessed it, avocado. Because once you have all of the ingredients ready to go just like this, all there's left to do is to blend it up. But of course, do not forget to add a good amount of salt and freshly ground black pepper. Set your blender to high and let it do its thing. As once everything is combined together, you should be left with an incredible salsa. This is absolutely delicious. And now you know how easy it is to make. Pairing them up with those short ribs is gonna be incredible. Talking about that, by this time they were ready. As I remove the lid and I pick one up, take a look. Now that is what I'm talking about. They are as tender as it gets. If I'm not careful, they're just gonna completely fall apart on me. But now the next step is to separate the meat from the broth. As you can see, this is exactly what we were looking for. That authentic red color that birria comes from. You wanna make sure you strain this thing really good. As you can see, I'm using 2 strainers. That way my consommé will be really clean. Now the short ribs looks like this. Right now at this stage, they do not look that appetizing. But what you can tell is that the flavor is incredible. Now we must remove the bones and any additional fat that did not render. Then like a true taco master, chop everything up. It is extremely important to chop as much as possible. That way whenever you're taking a bite, everything will be completely shredded. As you can see, once I was done, this is what I was left with. Now one of the things I learned from Oscar is that next day, taco meat tastes better. So he advised me to put this on the refrigerator overnight. The consommé, on the other hand, this is what I had left. That is perfection, my friends. And just like the short rib, we must let it rest. Remember, we are seeking for that wonderful fat so that we can fry up the tacos in the end. And in order to extract that, all you have to do is let it rest on your refrigerator overnight. As that was happening, it was perfect because it allowed me time to make the spicy sauce. And this one is even easier, and here's how. Start off with a good amount of olive oil and tomatillos. Just like before, you want a nice char on them. If you have one of these torches available, go ahead and use it. As all we're trying to do is to create some blisters on these tomatillas, and fire will definitely speed up the process. Once you have done so, throw in some onions, followed by garlic and a good amount of hot spicy chili. Then you want to throw everything right into the blender, followed by the tomatillos we just made, a good amount of cilantro, and of course salt and freshly ground black pepper. Blend everything on high because in the end you should be left with this. Now this one I must say proceed with caution because this one is spicy, but at the same time it has a wonderful flavor. But you've been warned. Now the very next day, this is what my consommé looks like. It is now solid and you can clearly see that the fat is right on the top. That is exactly what we're looking for. Check out how easy it is to extract it. Remember, we need this to fry up the tacos in the end, so doing it the next day is definitely the way to go. As you can see, in the end I was left with a good amount. Now that will make a good amount of tacos. Talking about that, you can also check out the meat. I am going to be warming this up just like he did, so hopefully it's going to concentrate the flavor even more. I also highly recommend using cilantro and onions into the tacos, because now that we have everything ready, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. So now I say it is enough talking and it is time for me to show you how to make the best tacos of my life. So let's do it.
Those birria tacos look incredible, and before we try them, I want to thank today's sponsor, Dalstrong. I've been using their knives even before I started YouTube. That is how much I love them. And when they reached out to me to sponsor today's video, it made me so happy because it's one of those brands I can stand behind 100%. It has never let me down. The coolest thing is that the knives are not only amazing tools, but they are also badass looking. I mean, take a look at this, everybody. If you don't think this is cool, you're not cool. I'm telling you right now. I can honestly say I have almost every single knife they have because the variety is huge. Take a look at my background. now. Look at this slicer right here. I just love this thing. I use for almost everything. Now this one right here makes me look like Thor. Do you agree? Yes, it's a hatchet, but I still look like Thor. That's right. That's right. So if you want to get yourself some cool knives like I did, check the link on the description down below right now. Get yourself some incredible knives and I guarantee you're going to put them to good use. And most importantly, they're going to get the job done and you're not going to be disappointed. So once again, check them out on the link on the description because now it's time for us to try this birria tacos.
All right, everybody, here we have our beautiful birria tacos. I got my mom in the house. I got Leo. Andrew is here too. He just wouldn't fit on the table, all right?
We take too much space.
So here's the deal. This is the consomme. So you guys go ahead and grab one. We're gonna try. Go ahead, Leo. You're supposed to dip it in there and then try it together. And then I got two sauces that I really want you guys to try. This one is not that spicy, but this one here, this one kicks a punch.
Okay.
Kicks a punch?
Yeah, that's
Damn,
how bad it is.
Yeah,
that's how bad that sauce is. It kicks a punch, everybody.
It took some taekwondo lessons.
That's right.
It's about to get real messy up
All
in
right,
here.
exactly.
Man.
Leo,
Yeah,
no, you gotta dig it
that's
like
nothing, man.
like you mean it. Yes, and do straight up juice, right? Straight up eat it. All right, enough, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah, man.
Oh man.
Listen to me. This is amazing, everybody. Wow. You've never seen me spoke quietly. I'm always like, woo! No. This one, amazing. What do you think, Leah? I want to know.
I can't get over how like such a combination of flavor and texture. Like you first get that hard outer shell, you get the soft cheese, the gooey cheese inside, you get this nice, delicious. I don't even know what kind of meat this is. This is so good. Short rib. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful.
Mama, what do you think? Tell me. My mom's already almost done with the taco, everybody. Man, tell me, Mama, what do you think?
This one, all I can say is deserves the respect that we're giving it by being so quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like Leo say, you have the crunchiness of the shell, and then you have the softness of the short rib, that full flavor of the steak, and then the extra fat from the consomme sauce.
I just gotta say something, Guga. I'm so glad I waited for this because this is
You've
absolutely
been waiting all day,
delicious. Waiting all day for this and never trying the birria.
There you go.
The first time is a home run.
The one thing I feel sad for you, Leo, is that it's gonna be a while until you can have one this good again.
Yeah. Nah, trust me, I'm trying to savor every single bite for that exact reason.
That was delicious. We had to finish that one. Let's go ahead and try with the sauces because I want to know your guys' opinion. All right, go for it, Leo.
It looks like it looks really interesting. It looks kind of like a
avocado base, basically.
Yeah, it looks like a guacamole is what I was gonna say.
Kind of, yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Wow. You know what I really like about it? Is that it gives a little fresh, clean to your palate.
Yeah.
It's like the guacamole kind of washes a little bit of the richness of the short rib
And the consomme, yeah.
and the consomme, and it's just perfect.
Yeah, amazing. Leo, I want to know
amazing.
your opinion. Tell me.
I was gonna say I absolutely agree with Mal, but I wanted to add that like I think that the fact that it's a cold sauce with this hot dish, it's so nice. It like adds another element of that texture. It's also you get everything like I said earlier, and that hot and cold. It's wow, it's so good.
Super refreshing, right?
Super refreshing, exactly.
Okay, that one creamy, a little bit of acidity, fantastic. This one straight up death. All right.
You got.
No, I got. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Leo. Oh, Leo is going for it too. Okay, I'm the big chicken now. Oh my god.
Go big.
Cheers,
Guys,
everybody.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's spicy, but it's flavorful.
Oh, I was about to say it's building now. It's building. It's one of those spices that it creeps up on you, but still absolutely delicious.
I'll be honest with you. If you try the sauce by itself, it's more spicy. But when you combine it with the tacos, not that bad.
Not that bad.
Yeah, I thought it was. It's kicking in a little bit.
Yeah, I told you it sneaks up.
It's a creeper, but it's more tasty than it is hot.
Yes.
When you try it with the sauce.
Very flavorful sauce. I think this is the very first video that we finish all the food. You know what I mean? There's only one left. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Make sure you guys check out Oscar's channel right on the description down below. I'm gonna put it. He's an awesome guy, and if you love Mexican food, everything is there. Oscar, thank you, my brother. You're the man.
Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar.
See you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
So, Mama, now that Guga's not here, I'm really hungry.
We're fighting, man.
with these dirty hands.
True.
Oh God, no! You wearing that so nasty.